Hey guys, Ivan here, and in this video we got a couple of very interesting topics to go over. We're gonna start though, as you can see, with the victory of Hassan Mostafa, who just won the Vancouver Pro. Finally, he got a Mr. Olympic qualification. This was his third attempt. He tried first at Toronto, he lost to Ian Valliere, then he tried at Orlando and he lost to Phil Clahar, and this time around he almost lost to a previous men's physique competitor, Stanimal. Even though Stanimal maybe did beat him in a couple of poses, such as this one, I think he beat him in this one. I think Hassan lost in this back double bicep because of the conditioning of the glutes and the hamstrings and the details in the lower back and just the width in the shoulders. But still, even here you can see that there is a big size difference, and in some poses, for example this one, Hassan completely dwarfed Stanimal. He made him look like he's still in classic, not to say men's physique. So of course Hassan won. He was supposed to win. This was his third time competing, and if he lost against Stanimal, who, as I said, relatively recently switched to the open from classic physique, and Hassan being one of the biggest bodybuilders in the world today, if not the biggest, I mean, he packs so much muscle on his frame. He's so enormous. If he lost to Stanimal at this show, that would be really embarrassing. But it didn't happen. Hassan ended up winning, and he is going to the Mr. Olympia. It would be kind of stupid if Stanimal won and he was going to the Mr. Olympia to battle against those mass monsters. Hassan can actually do well against those guys if he's in shape. Was he in shape at this competition though? I think he was in better condition than he was at Orlando or Toronto Pro. I think he improved conditioning. I think he was a little bit sharper. So I hope they can actually get him a little bit more shredded and maintain this kind of fullness. If they do that, then this guy can actually do some serious damage at the Mr. Olympia. Because once again, he is so freaking massive. Like, he has so much muscle everywhere on his frame. Even the back pose, like the back double, not very good because his shoulders are narrow, but look at the back lat spread. Crazy massive, crazy massive. If he brings better conditioning, if he nails it. Imagine if he nailed it. If he came in completely shredded with this fullness, with this size, then that would be like a serious package. That could be potential, I don't know, top 8? Anything is possible, really, considering how much muscle he has. But yeah, he got this show, he won it, and he's going to the Mr. Olympia. We're gonna see him very soon on that stage. And once again, I really hope he's gonna bring good conditioning and do some serious damage on that show and not just be stage decoration. During the same weekend, if you guys didn't know, there was another bodybuilding show, pro show. It was Atlanta Pro, but it has no open division. The biggest bodybuilding division is 212. And John Jewett competed here. He didn't plan originally to do this show, but he was ready early, so he jumped in and he won this show because it was an easy show really for him to win. This guy was, I believe, at one point like third at the Mr. Olympia in 212, I think. So yeah, this was like the other guys in this show were like no-name guys and not really Olympia level competitors. So yeah, he got an easy Mr. Olympia qualification. I don't know if he was gonna do more shows or this is it for him, but yeah, he got this show. Now it's interesting here. I don't want to hate on this guy, but like I learned a lot from him. And I watched his progress. If you guys follow my videos, I actually made a couple of videos about him. In his update at 6 or 5 days out, this is what he looked like. He was freaking hard and shredded and full and big. And he looked like he could do the open because he was so freaking big and so conditioned, so dry. I thought this looks like an open division physique. Look at the glutes, look at the hardness in the glutes and the hamstrings, and look at the back as well. Like, he was full and shredded, and it was like 6 days before the show. And it's funny, this guy is like the top educator on bodybuilding preps in the world right now, probably. On his website, on his podcast, he talks about prepping, not just prepping people, but actually helping people prep themselves. And he's prepping himself. And he's often talking about that, like how to peak your body without a coach. And this was his physique on the day of the show. Look at this. I mean, do you see it? He was definitely way flatter, way softer than at 5 days out. So apparently he couldn't crack it himself. He couldn't peak properly. Now, he had a long off season. He put on a lot of muscle. He definitely improved his physique a ton. So I'm sure it was different from the years before, but it's not always the same formula. I mean, not for everybody. And he teaches people how to see what they need to do, how to realize the changes they need to make. And I think he missed the peak. I think he missed it here. I mean, he still looked good enough to win the show, so that's good. But I think he looked better at 5 days out. He was bigger, fuller, and even drier. Especially in the legs. His legs looked very much flat on the day of the show. Pay attention, look at his legs. Like, this guy is actually known for having the biggest legs. That's his strongest point. And here, his legs are very, very flat. So, yeah, it's funny. I mean, he's teaching people how to pick themselves without a coach, and he can do it himself, apparently. So he posted this video update, and I commented in the comment section. I said that he looks a little bit flat and a little bit soft, more than he looked at 5 days out. And he liked the comment. Quite a few people liked the comment. So I was not the only one who saw this. And on the stage, he looked better than I expected, than in this video. Did he consider my criticism, or did he just continue doing his carb up protocol and he carved up later a little bit more? Or is it just, better lighting, oil, pump, and that's why he looked better, or nothing really changed, it's just different lighting? I don't know. I think his legs were still flat for his standards. This guy, once again, is known for having the biggest quads, and I don't think his quads were his best body part, not at this show. So I think he was flat. Again, I think he could have looked better. But yeah, he won this easily because he's such a high caliber. If he peaked properly and competed against Sean Clary at his best, he would give him a run for his money. He's that good. He can win the Olympia. Now, he won a very, very low pro show. He got an easy Mr. Olympia qualification. He looked good. He looked definitely improved. He did a great job in the off-season. But did he peak properly? Did he peak perfectly? I would say no. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not seeing this right. If you guys disagree, tell me down below in the comment section. Alright, next up, we got a photo, a physique update of Ronnie Coleman. It's been a while since we saw an update of Ronnie. And finally we got one. I mean, there isn't really much to say about his physique. He's been retired for a long, long time, obviously, and had a whole bunch of back surgeries and I don't know what kind of injuries. Yeah, he's not able to train as hard as he would like to, and he's probably not doing all the things that he would like to do if he was completely healthy. But considering all that, he looks good. Yeah, considering all that. I mean, what else is there to say about the legend, about the best bodybuilder in the world ever? Of course, he's showing us his physique right now, but it's just for fun purposes. He made a YouTube video with this guy. So yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot of views. It's definitely an interesting video, and you can get a grasp of Ronnie's physique at this point, what the best physique in bodybuilding of all time looks like right now. So you got it, you can see it right here. You can tell me down below in the comment section, what do you think? Me personally, I think I'm pleasantly surprised considering everything. He actually looks, very lean. You can see the vascularity, you can see the details, like the lines, He doesn't have, obviously, not even close the mass that he once had. He's not really even close to the level of, for example, Jay Cutler's mass. I think Dorian Yates even is bigger. A lot of these guys, like Marcus Rule, the other size freaks, are holding on to a lot more tissue, but they don't have these kind of injuries like Ronnie. So if you consider that, he looks good. He looks good for a 59-year-old. Oh yeah, we also got a little physique update of Samson Dauda. As you can see in the caption here, he says he's 330 freaking pounds at 16 weeks out. So 330, guys. This guy competes at around 300. And I'm guessing at this point he's still gonna keep getting better and bigger. He's gonna keep growing into the show. That's the approach that him and Familo Sarcev have. He always makes progress going into the show. He gets just bigger, fuller, harder at the same time. And then towards the end, they drop the hammer and he gets conditioned. So far, he was never conditioned enough, to be super, super ripped. But it still was enough for him to win the Arnold Classic. And even if he brings the same conditioning to the Mr. Olympia stage, I still believe he can win the show. I know he's going to get bigger and better, and I hope he's going to get a little bit harder, more conditioned. But even if he doesn't, I think this works. I think this can actually be the best physique in the world right now. Another issue that Samson has is his back. It could be wider, and this is the video that he posted with that caption. So you can see that I don't think this back looks bad anymore. Like, it could still be bigger and wider, but everybody has flaws. Nobody is perfect really on that stage. And I think Samson really improved his back. He really improved it from the past couple of years. So with all these improvements that he keeps making from show to show, I'm sure he has a really good chance of winning the freaking Mr. Olympia and becoming the best bodybuilder in the world. Whatever you guys think though, tell me in the comment section down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and for more bodybuilding stuff like this, subscribe to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching, all the best, and bye bye.